Hey guys, how's it going? Eminem Gaming here, and today we're back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about God of War and its possible PS4 release window, I guess. And this is something I have been thinking about for a while. Obviously, I did a video not that long ago about the head, main actor in the game, saying that it could be a 2017 game, and maybe, just maybe, we've got something to back that up. Well, a little bit more so than before. So, this is an article from Push Square. Of course, go check them out. They do really good articles and also have a YouTube channel. So, if you don't know of them, which I'm sure you do, go check them out and support them. But without further ado, let's just get into this video. And it says, God of War's PS4's marketing is starting early, or maybe it's right on time. It says Sony started advertising God of War in Madrid. It was spotted on the metro. The ad shows Kratos and his son Atreus. Now I don't speak Greek. I apologize if I butchered that name. And basically says something along the lines of, my dad is better than yours. Now the reason they're doing this is because this weekend it is Father's Day in Spain, which is pretty interesting. But so it says my dad is better than yours, and has a picture of Kratos and obviously his son in the image, which I thought was pretty cool. It then goes on to say it's innocent in and on of itself, but the timing is interesting, isn't it? God of War is obviously a huge system selling brand, much like Uncharted and Gran Turismo, but you don't often see commercials for either of those appearing months or potentially years prior to release of a new game, unless there's a delay like Uncharted or whatever. So could the reboot be closer than we anticipate? The important thing to remember is that Sony stopped attaching dates to games to avoid the drama around delays. So we don't actually have a clue when any of the big first party titles are planned to release right now. Personally, we still reckon God of War's at least a year away, but this is interesting, isn't it? And then, continues to go on. So in my opinion, I think this is just a little bit more news in the right direction of this is a 2017 game. I do disagree with them that this is at least a year off. And there's a few things to that. Obviously, they're already marketing the game. Now, could it just be a nice thing to put in Spain on the metro? It's possible, but advertising does cost money. It's not a free thing to do. You do have to pay for it. So I can't see Sony just advertising the game. That is 3 years away, especially with E3 around the corner. To me, it just doesn't make sense. So I think this is just a little reminder to people that it is still coming. It is pretty near, and advertising might start to ramp up a little bit more, even going into E3, which will be pretty interesting. But what else do we have to kind of indicate that it's probably a 2017 game? Well, like I said earlier in this video, the head main character in the game, Kratos, the voice actor, well, he kind of let slip that it's the project's name is God of War 2017. Now, maybe that was intentionally, maybe that was by accident, I'm not too sure. Maybe that's just a placeholder, which it probably is, but at least that tells us bare minimum that it is targeting 2017, even if it cannot meet it. Also, something to note that mocap is officially done, which is really, really good. That's actually quite far in development when mocap is officially done. And on top of that, the game is playable from front to back, start to finish. The game has been playable for a few months now, according to Cory Barlog, who is obviously making the game. So I'm pretty sure he'd have a rough idea of what's going on. Could be wrong. So all this indicates that it is a 2017 game, or at least it's going to be a very polished 2018 game, that's for sure. What we also have to bear in mind, taking away what Cory Barlog said, taking away that mocap's done, taking away the advertising and all this, Sony Santa Monica, we have to remember, is an absolutely huge studio. And although they were working on a new IP for quite some time, they're literally only, as we know of at this moment in time, working on God of War PS4. Maybe they have an IP set up or whatever, I'm not too sure, but at this moment in time, that's the main game they'll be focusing on at Santa Monica. So that's a lot of people working on one game, so I think this game is closer than we may think. So I think that's great news. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that it is a 2017 game? Do you think maybe it's a little bit unrealistic, or maybe they'll follow the pattern of other God of War games and release in March 2018? I think that's a very strong possibility too. There's really kind of two release dates we're looking at: fall 2017 and March 2018. And yeah, I think those are the two release windows. But what could PlayStation's lineup this year possibly look like with God of War? Well, we've already got Horizon Zero Dawn and Neo, which have both been critically acclaimed and sold very, very well. We've also got Persona coming not too long, but we've also got, like they said, Gran Turismo is scheduled to come this year. Now with Gran Turismo, you just never know if there's going to be a delay or whatever, but as it stands, it is scheduled for a 2017 release. Now personally, I think this could be a September game and possibly go up against Forza, that usually releases around about September time. Again, I could be wrong on that, and again, they may delay Forza to launch with the new console, and that's a strong possibility too. But Gran Turismo looks all but set to launch this year. With God of War, I say that's a pretty damn strong year in my opinion. But this would definitely, I think, if this game does come out 2017, God of War, I think sadly, and this definitely sucks for me, I think Spider-Man will be then pushed to 2018. Insomniac are an incredibly talented developer, but it is probably their biggest game they've ever worked on. Yes, Ratchet and Clank and stuff are AAA and everything, but they're nowhere near the size or, have as much hype around them as Spider-Man PS4. We've just got to be honest about that. So I think if this game is released, Sony does not want to overburden people with too many exclusives, because again, that will deter from sales. You don't want to put God of War out, your second biggest IP, also with your biggest IP, Gran Turismo, and then to have Spider-Man there as well. You're going to start having people picking and choosing what they can afford to play, and that's going to be a problem, because you're going to have people who love God of War, you're going to have people who love Spider-Man. It's going to be down to then which one do you prefer on your budget. So I think that's something Sony has to be wary of, and I think definitely if a God of War or Spider-Man comes out, I think it's smart to drop Days Gone into February, into March, where it kind of just has its own time to just sell. That'd be really cool. But that's just my opinion, guys. Let me know yours. Do you think God of War is coming out 2017? Do you think they're advertising the game because it's just Father's Day, or do you think there's something deeper behind it, like me, where they really are going to be pushing this game because it's coming out pretty soon? Let me know your guys' thoughts, and as always, this has been M&M Gaming. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in a new video.